It's November 16th, 2023, and it's the Week 11 Thursday night football game between the Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens. And going into this game, it was supposed to be a great matchup, especially since we had two division rivals in the AFC North, and both teams are above 500, and both Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson were both having phenomenal years at quarterback. It went on to be a pretty solid game, with the Ravens going on to win this game 34-20. However, both teams would lose star players in the middle of the game. The Bengals lost Joe Burrow to a sprained wrist on his throwing arm, which caused him to miss the rest of the season. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they would lose their star tight end Mark Andrews when Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson tackled Andrews pretty hard. At the end of this play, Mark Andrews would end up with a nasty ankle injury, causing him to leave the game and undergo an ankle surgery that would cause him to miss not only the rest of the regular season, but the Ravens' playoff run too. This all started because of a hip drop tackle. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the hip drop tackle, pretty much this occurs when a player on the defensive side wraps up the ball carrier rotating or swiveling their hips. Then eventually the defender will unweight himself and dropping onto the ball carrier. During this offseason, both NFL team owners and Commissioner Roger Goodell have voted to approve a number of new rules, including banning the hip drop tackle. Now in the 2024 season and beyond, whenever a hip drop tackle has occurred, it will be a 15-yard penalty on the defense and will result in an automatic first down. Just the other day, Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh came out and talked about his opinion on the hip drop tackle, and here's what he had to say on the subject matter. When you drop down on the back of his legs, it's a mass, and it's 25 times more likely to have a serious injury. He added on saying that, so it's a really bad play and it needed to be out. And guys are going to tackle just fine without a quote-unquote hip drop tackle because they tackled fine without it for 100 years of football before the hip drop tackle occurred, when you never really saw it. Really. Last month, according to the NFL, the swivel hip drop tackle was used a total of 230 times, and 15 players were cut down on playing time due to severe injuries. The number of injuries have increased, which led to the NFL to officially outlaw the hip drop tackle, despite the staunch objections from the NFLPA and several players throughout the league. While there are protests, Harbaugh also believes that the defensive players will be just fine. In my personal opinion, I kind of agree with what Harbaugh was saying, since I think it's kind of good that the NFL is trying to outlaw these certain types of plays from happening and, preventing these number of severe injuries that's been going on in the NFL over the years. However, I know there will be some people out there who might have different opinions than me, talking about the hip drop tackle and how the NFL is, dealing with it. But hey, that's what the comment section is for. Let me know in the comments below what's your guys' thoughts on the hip drop tackle. Like and subscribe for more videos on the road to 350, and I'll talk to you guys later.